If I mention Gaza, the image that immediately comes to mind for many is that of a war zone, a place marked by destruction and despair. Yet, long before modern conflicts, Gaza was a thriving city, renowned for its rich history and stunning architecture. In this series, we will explore the forgotten beauty of war-torn regions by delving into the old-world architecture that once defined them. To put it briefly, Gaza has long been a crossroads of civilizations. This ancient land witnessed the rise and fall of empires, each leaving behind remarkable structures and a vibrant cultural legacy. There was a time when Gaza bustled with life. Grand mosques soared above busy markets, magnificent palaces graced its streets, Greek-style columns lined the paths, and it stood as a shining gem along the Mediterranean, where traders, scholars, and travelers converged. Sadly, much of that glorious past has been lost, buried under rubble, erased by war, and worn away by time. What historical treasures have vanished? What stories did those impressive buildings once tell? In this episode of History Seekers, we aim to uncover some of Gaza's lost splendor and reveal the structures that once shaped its identity. Gaza is a small strip of land by the Mediterranean Sea with a history that runs deep. Once filled with bustling markets, elegant architecture, and cultural richness, years of conflict have transformed it dramatically. Many of its ancient streets and landmarks now lie in ruins. It's important to recognize that one of the most effective methods for erasing historical evidence is through destruction, whether by war, urban development, or deliberate acts of obliteration. When buildings, artifacts, and ancient structures are reduced to rubble, the clues they once offered about our past vanish along with them. This loss is especially significant for channels like History Seekers, which challenge conventional historical narratives and seek out hidden truths. By demolishing old-world structures, unique architectural details, mysterious symbols, and advanced construction techniques that defy mainstream explanation, we risk losing entire chapters of history forever. This not only obscures the legacy of past civilizations, but also makes it much harder to investigate alternative theories about lost knowledge or potential historical cover-ups. In Gaza and other regions rich in history, countless significant buildings have been obliterated, taking with them untold stories and mysteries. This begs the question, what secrets were these structures hiding? As truth seekers, it is our duty to document and question these events before our shared history is rewritten or erased entirely. Today, we begin our journey by exploring some of Gaza's lost architectural marvels. I won't delve into the detailed history of each structure in this video, but if our exploration piques your curiosity, I encourage you to dig deeper and uncover more on your own. The Great Mosque of Gaza. This was the largest and oldest mosque in Gaza, believed to have been built on the site of an ancient Philistine temple, and going back almost 1,000 years, the structure has undergone several transformations. This is supposedly a photo from the 1880s, and you can clearly see how heavily damaged it already is. It doesn't look or feel complete, and you can't help but feel like there's more missing from it. This side of the wall should at least go up to this height of the next wall, but doesn't. It's like they've just repaired and restored what was already there. Imagine what this thing would have looked like in its prime. Then there is this woman. Look at the size of her compared to the arch she's sitting under. Why make them so big and so grand? Unless they wasn't made by people like us? Unless they were suited for a more bigger being? This picture is over 100 years old. Look at the ancient, historic brickwork, completely lost to time now. Look at the amount of rubble everywhere, mounted and piled up, probably soon to be covered over with sand. These buildings with the small stones and small doorways are from a different time to these buildings, made from the bigger blockwork and have the big arches. Look at the size comparison by trying to use the person in the picture for reference. I mean, look at the size of this arch here. And this one here. And this one here. Look at this painting from the early 1800s. Look at the ruins depicted. See the columns? Ancient stonework and the ruins? Look at the size of these people compared to the block they're next to. Can you imagine what these places used to look like before the destruction occurred? Look at this painting from the 1800s. The city looks to be half buried. There are also places that remain unexplored and unexamined. Places such as this necropolis recently found in Gaza. It's said the necropolis is Roman and dates back to 1st century BC and is the biggest in Gaza. Just in case you're not aware, a necropolis is basically a very large cemetery. They are very ancient and have many buried secrets within them. I believe these are the places where the people of the old world are buried, or maybe you could say hidden. You know, the more advanced ones that could build palaces and cathedrals which we still cannot explain. Here is a picture showing where this ancient necropolis is said to be. Thank you for joining us on this journey into Gaza's hidden past. Today, we've witnessed the echoes of a once vibrant civilization, its lost architecture, and a few forgotten treasures. Let this exploration inspire you to seek out the stories hidden beneath the rubble of our shared history. Hidden within the ruins of ancient buildings are secrets that challenge everything we think we know about our past. These structures, now destroyed, buried, or forgotten, once stood as testaments to civilizations that possessed knowledge and technological advancements far beyond what history credits them for. With each lost temple, shattered monument, and buried city, pieces of the puzzle slip further from our grasp. Yet, one step at a time, we continue the search, piecing together fragments of truth that reveal a world more advanced, more intricate, and more astonishing than we were ever taught. The journey to uncover the past is slow, but with every discovery, we move closer to understanding the remarkable people who came before us. Architects, engineers, and visionaries whose ingenuity still echoes through time. If you found this journey compelling, please like, subscribe, and share your thoughts, because every voice matters in the fight to keep history alive.